Welcome, everyone, to the Solstice campaign, Chapter 1,
Oh,
Most
so fun.
Likely to Save the World. I will be. This kind of spiel was mostly for Max, but he'll catch up. I'll be your narrator, your world builder, and the wind behind the curtain. But this story, this world, is entirely shaped by you. Your choices, your relationships, your courage, or your chaos. For some of you, this is your first campaign.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Just hey.
definitely my first.
For others, you carry the echoes of adventures past, some triumphant, some heavy. But let this be a fresh breath, a soft reminder to those who've played before. The NPCs in this story are more than just set pieces, they are living parts of this world, and they remember how you treat them. You are the main characters, yes, but your characters are still a part of this story, not above it. It's easy to become a bully in a world that bends to your power. It takes intention and courage to become something greater. That said, this is a pro villain household. You are free to make choices that you feel right for your character, but understand that in this story, actions echo. If you're feared or hated, there's no escape hatch waiting for you. Your enemies will grow, your name will spread, and the world will respond. Which brings us to the first slide of the campaign.
I have a little play on my thing.
This is cute.
That fall at the train station.
It's cute. I like it. Look at me, bottom right.
It's so ethereal. It's promising.
Hold on. I have something to say actually. How come Bentley here has an angel on his head, but I get devil horns? I don't like that. It's setting me up for failure.
Well, your character.
Has horns.
Shh. You have to exercise your free will. Are you going to let these graphics predetermine your moral basis?
So, it felt like any other night in fall. The kind where the air feels almost too still, where the wind carries a kind of silence that presses against your skin. You are each in different places, different towns, some of you in different states entirely, yet somehow, you all found yourself standing at the same threshold, the entrance to a train station. You don't remember buying a ticket, you don't remember what led your feet to this exact corner of the world, but something called you. Something quiet, powerful, and persistent. Grief has its own gravity, and each of you, in your own way, carry it. A loss, a tragedy, a case that turned your world upside down. And now, you stand here, just you, your thoughts, and the strangers beside you, waiting for a train that doesn't seem to exist on any timetable. So, players, given what has occurred in your backstory, the event that led to your recruitment by Solstice, what's going through your character's mind right now as they leave their old life behind?
So you're still conceptualizing the trauma that's brought you to this point, and that's contributed to so much change in your life, and you're walking down this ambiguous stairwell you've never been in to a train station you don't remember coming to, and the first thing that catches you off guard is that there's other people here. You have half a mind to think that this was just a fever dream you'd wake up from, but once your feet touch the terminal floor and you see the train approaching, you realize that this is it. This is that crossroad everybody's been talking about when you become a young adult. It's exhilarating and terrifying.
For Cain, it's definitely a fear of leaving home, leaving so many people behind. Taking those steps out of the comfort zone that was your big and weird family. There's a small comfort in seeing others here, others who more or less also have some sort of visual appearance change like you went through. You don't make assumptions because the assumption alone would be terrible. But to see others around provides a sense of camaraderie.
So, Misty is probably still confused and shaken up of the events that happened prior to this. So, she was already like alone, like no family, no extended family or anything like that. She only had one person she really cared for, and now they're gone. And now she's in just new location, and it's just like, where am I going now? But she sees other people here just as confused as her, so she's probably going to take it easy, take it slow, try to open up again.
So, why don't you take a moment to describe your appearance? What do you look like? What stands out? And what does grief do to your posture?
For Bentley, given that they felt that this was just some sort of lucid dream and they were inevitably going to wake up, they went through the motions. They're wearing a cropped shirt, typical for their wardrobe. Nice but slightly crinkled pants, indicating that they just pulled it from a laundry bin and came out to potentially ruin their life. They're not sure about this moment yet. Their hair is cropped back into one or two thin braids, while the front is cut short. And their posture is shaken. They're standing tall, shoulders back, but there is a notable instability in how they are in this moment. They're shifting from foot to foot. Their hands are in their pockets, but they're notably just fiddling. There's a lot of energy.
For Cain, the getup is very well taken care of. It's like a usual outing for him. He's attempting to look his best. He has all of his piercings in. He has his bracelets on and whatnot. He's looking his best because he doesn't know what's to come and he wants to make a good first impression.
So Misty, she's pretty tall. Like she's around like what, 6'2"? She got the long, wavy, curly hair going on, a little disheveled. She is wearing a ripped hoodie that is in her photo collage. You guys can look at that. That's currently what she's wearing, paired with some bell bottoms and some Crocs. It seems like she was in a little bit of a tussle. But her head is kind of held high in a way.
Okay. Tim is sitting down at a bench. He looking at his hands, still pretty surprised to see himself being able to sit and look at his hands. He's wearing a pair of jeans and a random t-shirt he found in his closet, just black, because anytime he goes out into the mines or to work with his dad, he tends to wear clothing that can get a little dirty. He doesn't know what to think. He's still kind of putting pieces together as to what's going on. He feels weird because he feels himself, but he feels like he's himself 3 times over. and he can't get it out of his head that he feels the same yet different almost. All of his emotions feel like they have a mind of their own, and he is having trouble thinking straight.
Oh. Players, take a look around. There are 3 other figures standing beside you, waiting. We're going in alphabetical order, so that's Bentley, Cain, Misty, then Tim. What are your first impressions of the people around you, and what stands out to you? What do you notice?
The first thing Bentley notices is that there's really no rhyme or reason between all of them. There's no unifying factor that he can immediately spot between them all. One has piercings, one's casually dressed, one has a lot of height going for them. They're taller than Bentley, honestly, it's kind of throwing them, but they're in half a mind, so they can't necessarily be bothered to extend that energy. They would like to assume that they can all relate in terms of their experiences and maybe something that they went through, but it's hard to tell. It's comforting to see other people is the most that they can draw.
You see 2 people who look normal for the most part, like just a guy sitting down and someone with their hands in their pocket. But then you see the girl, and she's super tall, and she looks like she got into a scruffle, so you don't know if she also went through something tragic like you did. And it's a little weird because none of them look like what he has become. So he's trying to piece the reasoning why these 3 individuals are here as well.
So Misty sees the other people here at this train station, and clearly she's the tallest person here. Because she can see everyone staring up at her, and she's just... She would make eye contact with Bentley, but then immediately, like, slowly look away, like, okay, that was kind of awkward. Puts, like, a few hair pieces behind her ear. And then she, like, kind of looks down and sees the ripped up hoodie teared up a little. She's like, yeah, that's probably why they're staring at you. Maybe we should talk to them. But, she notices Bentley, and she sees Cain with the piercings, who's all well dressed compared to her. And then there's Tim, who's like casually dressed. So it seems like she's kind of the odd one out, like the black sheep almost.
Tim looks up and he's staring at everybody, and he senses a bit of nervousness coming from them as well, which in a weird way makes him feel a little more at ease, because he doesn't feel he's not really intimidated by anybody, but more so now, even going through what he's going through, trying to figure everything out, he still feels a little more calm, considering he has a sense that everyone's going through something in a very similar way. As well as anybody looks unusual to Tim, considering most of the time he is spent at home on the plot of land his dad owns, and in the mine, so he doesn't get a lot of time out in the outside world. So anybody that looks even a little bit unusual is not too big of a problem for him. So he feels pretty calm, surprisingly, in this weirdly weird circumstance.
All right, so one last question before the train arrives. Do you dare start a conversation?
This train station's too quiet. Bentley's gonna go for it unless someone else does.
You're technically first, though.
Has anyone ever ridden on a train before? I've never ridden on a train before. This might be exciting.
Really? I train all the time. I mean, with all my brothers and stuff. I mean, we always have to take trains together.
I don't really have places to go. I mean, there's trains near where I live, but I don't tend to take them because I'm usually home all the time.
I don't take trains. I normally walk.
So
I
only train goer?
you walk everywhere, or you ride in cars and walk?
I mostly walk everywhere. I can't drive. I don't have a car.
But everything's so far apart. I don't. What happens if you can't walk there?
Honestly, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. And if I have to walk 1 hour to my job, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Just wake up an hour earlier or two.
Bummer. I don't know, but if we all go back home, if you're in the area, I could help. I don't know. Are you guys from this town?
Not me. I. Sorry, I'm not good at talking to people. I used to stay at home, so I don't really know much about the town. Typically, whenever I go out, I go with my dad because he's more of a outgoing person. I like to be by myself.
Okay, another family guy that I can appreciate. I kind of go everywhere with my younger siblings or older siblings, or stepdad 1 or stepdad 2, or my actual dad.
Wait. Not to interrupt, but why are they numbered? Is that importance?
I have 3 dads and 3 moms. It's a really complicated story.
Wow. I don't even have family. I'm happy for you though.
I'm sorry? Um, yeah, I'm sorry.
My parents gave me up when I was a newborn. So I grew up pretty much alone in the orphanage.
I couldn't imagine that. I have such a close bond with my family, so I couldn't imagine being given up at such a young age.
Yeah, I didn't always have 3 of each, but I always had my actual mom and dad, so I'm really sorry to hear that.
It's
My parents
fine.
are like around, but I don't really see them that much. I'm sorry you don't got parents. I feel kind of bad for mentioning it now.
No hard feelings. I'm fine.
A prolonged, awkward silence proceeds. When the train finally appeared, its sleek silver exterior adorned with intricate pink decor, a hush fell over the students. Well, not really, because it's almost relieving, given the how intense that conversation had become. The ethereal guidance they received had promised a journey like no other, and now they stood on the threshold of the supernatural realm. The train moves like it's cutting through reality itself, windows flickering between forest skies and starlit voids. You pass others in neighboring carts, small groups you can see through the glass, but no one ever makes eye contact. No doors open, no sounds carry. It's as if the train is gently pulling you away from everything you knew and towards something you can't name yet. The train slows, and outside your window rises a sprawling estate. European in style with stone towers, ivy-covered halls, and glowing lanterns. It feels like a dream, yet the air is sharp and real. You step onto the platform surrounded by gentle mists and dozens of other arrivals. A few stand out. A guy with neck tattoos and a shaved head trips, stepping off the train, landing face first. He doesn't seem like the type to laugh about it. Alternatively, a mischievous femme with glasses sneezes violently, startled by the pollen. They're sneezing, setting their suitcase on fire with a tiny accidental spark. This would surely be a long journey for them. As the campus comes into view, what part of you stirs? Hope, fear, or something else entirely?
Bentley's praying because he doesn't know if the fire's directed or if it's just like a dice roll to see who just gets set on fire in the room.
I think Cain goes up to the neck tattooed person and offers a hand to help them up, kind of instinctively because of all of his younger brothers that fell thousands of times while they were growing up.
As you go to help this individual up, they almost don't even see your hand. You can't tell if they're shrugging you off or if they're just reached a peak level of embarrassment where they're going to pretend that you didn't see them at all.
His hand goes back to the back of his neck and starts rubbing it again, kind of like awkwardly.
Should we help that guy with his suitcase?
Misty, when he sneezes, she is going to say bless you because that is the right thing to do. But it catching on fire.
The individual, it's a small fire, so they're able to kind of like use their jacket to like mat it down. And they quickly like look around to see if anyone had noticed it. Of course, Misty says bless you. And that's where they're able to see that the four of you are staring intensely at them. They clear their throat and pick up their suitcase and quickly try to catch up and keep up with the crowd.
Bentley's spotted and he looks at the sky like, oh, my bad.
Man, I was gonna ask if he was a magician. I guess it's too late now.
I think you'll find out soon enough, I think.
Okay. Slowly and reluctantly, a line begins to form. One by one, the new arrivals shuffle towards a long table where crisp white envelopes waited, each one holding a lanyard and a badge. You catch whispers, glances, names being called, mispronounced, then corrected. This is the moment when you start to notice, and really notice, all of the others. This right here. Yeah. Not just the two who made a scene getting off the train, but the full picture. 24 people, including you. 24 stories, 24 tragedies. No one here looks like the other, not in dress, not in demeanor, and not in how they carry whatever haunts them. And yet, something does link you. Everyone wears the same uncertain expression. Everyone seems like they don't quite believe that they're here. As you stand in line, who catches your attention first and why? And is it admiration, suspicion, curiosity, or something else? Say their name and describe what they look like when you answer that question.
I don't think that's what you said originally.
They all look so good. They all look so great. I need a moment to think. Cause look at Ezra. Ezra was fine. Silas was fine. Zeke, Quinn, Rosalind, Imani cute, Ava cute. I love the pink hair. There's Nina. Salem. Oh, give me a second.
My eye keeps getting drawn to their name's Jasper Flint. They have like this dark, short cropped hair, but it's kind of doing the K-pop photo shoot where it's like wind tossed but still well manicured, and it's got like a uplighting, so there's almost a halo of like golden glow around them. But they have these really piercing gold eyes, and something about it keeps drawing my attention back, and I'm like trying not to look. It keeps going back up there. I don't know how I feel about that.
I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
Put that bad juju on me.
I think Cain's eyes, while scanning the crowd, kind of not softly stay a little bit longer on Salem Reed's appearance. She kind of looks like someone who would fit in his small kind of friend group. The headphones kind of give off the feeling that she's also someone who kind of maybe keeps to themselves or even has her own personal friend group. And there's a little bit of a comfort in that, where there's like people who may even personality-wise be like him.
Tim kind of just scans the room. He, being the very nervous person he is, doesn't really try to make too much eye contact with anybody, because it tends to make him even more nervous when somebody notices he's looking at them. But he definitely catches a few glances at people. He looks at Ava Thornwillow. He sees Misty Clouds. He looks at Ezra Moonheart, and they stand out the most. But for the most part, he tries to just keep to himself, looking down, continuing to kind of twiddle his thumbs and kind of look at his hands.
Could you explain why they stand out?
I think that he feels they stand out, or I think they stand out the most because most of other people here, I feel like they look the most, I guess, normal in a way. Whereas they have their shades on. Hair is not only a very bright color, but also multicolored. I can see a little bit of blue in there. Their faces, from what I see, aside from Cain, the most pale here. So it's almost like a glow coming from them. They look like they want to be here almost. I feel like the other three people I met at the train station, we were all trying to figure it out. They look like they wanted this.
And this is Ezra.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Misty, I know you said that there are quite a few people who are catching your eye, but is there someone in particular that is catching your eye? Describe them and tell us why.
Okay, so I kid you not. This is very hard for me. Because I am still looking at each individual character. Okay. Riven? He caught my attention. It's giving Alucard.
Describe how it's giving Alucard. What does he look like? What draws you in?
It's like the pale skin, like the redness around the eyes, the long, whitish, blondish hair. It's, I don't know, it's giving mysterious, like, don't talk to me. Also, I think Ezra has caught my attention too. I do like the eye color. I love the hair color. I just love red. The earrings, the sunglasses, the highlights in her hair or their hair. It's really nice. I like that.
All right, thank you all for giving us some insight on your first impressions. While you are evaluating these individuals, you can't help but wonder if you're the only one watching, or if someone else in the sea of strangers is watching you. Bentley is able to pick up on the fact that Kai Bramble has their eyes set on them. As Bentley scans the crowd, his eyes meet Kai Bramble's, the mischievous sneezer with the storched suitcase. They're already smirking at him, head tilted, eyes glinting with playful curiosity. It's not subtle. Bentley's definitely being flirted with, whether he's ready for it or not. Bentley, how does this make you feel?
Your attention's honed halfway across the room, so when you snap out, like, oh, I'm staring again. Is that the little suitcase man? And you know, it's awkward, you don't know anybody here, so you're just like, hey, what's up? You're like moving to stand next to them, like, what's up?
That's your that's your wrist. That's your game. You're locking that in. That's how you're going to respond.
They're very nervous right now, so it's like, hey, yeah, I see these eyes right now, but I just crawled out of my car like a day ago, so I'm not really in the right mind space.
Kai looks up to Bentley by only a few inches, as Bentley, I believe, is 5'4". Kai is standing at a whopping... Sorry, Bentley is 5'7". Kai is standing at a whopping 5'4". So Kai basically has to crane their neck to look up to Bentley, slightly intimidated by how quickly he makes his way over, but you know what? In the end, it seems a little endearing. And he goes, hey.
You trying to be friends or what?
I'm trying to be friends with you. Maybe something a little bit more. Where'd you get that top from? Is that Versace?
Oh, this is a Louis Vuitton.
That must have been expensive.
I don't know, I just put it in my cart and I like picked it up, so it might be.
Yeah, I think I would really like to be friends with you. Is that something that you're interested in?
I would love a familiar face going through this, so yeah. I'm Bentley.
Hi, Bentley. My name is Kai, and I am your new best friend. They say while extending a hand out to Kai, and it's not in like the friendly handshake kind of way. It's like they're like princess holding out their hand towards you.
Bentley's grabbing their hand, they're excited, their face lights up. They've just made a friend. It hasn't even been 24 hours. They're like shaking their hand like, I think this is the start of a beautiful friendship.
You know, I absolutely agree. Now, Bentley's not the only one who's caught someone's eye. Cain locks eyes with someone across the platform. Sharp jaw, dark black hair, dark hoodie, and unmoving. Romaine Delacour is looking upon Cain with bitterness. Cain, could you, by chance, provide me with another intel roll?
Oh shit. Okay.
A flicker of memory itches at the back of his mind. Romaine Delacour. Where has he heard that name before?
Damn.
A memory that came and went. The look isn't kind, it's bitter, heavy, with unspoken history. Whatever Cain forgot, Romaine clearly hasn't.
Him not knowing that there's like a previous history here, he kind of sees Romaine looking at him, and he kind of like maybe not inches closer, but it, like in a distance. Cause did I like step on your foot or something? I'm sorry.
The glare intensifies before Romaine looks off to the side and walks in the direction that is opposite to Cain.
Weird.
Now, Cain isn't the only one that has quite the strange interaction as the name tags and lanyards are being held out. Misty feels eyes on her and turns. Standing just a few feet away is a girl of average height, but peak intimidation. Marcy Vellum. She is the girl in the bottom right. Her posture is relaxed, but her gaze calculating. She's sizing Misty up like a potential threat or rival. And Misty, for once, doesn't feel tall enough. She looks up at Misty. Let's see the height comparison really quick. You know, we love to know. Marcy is standing at a whopping 5'7". Misty, how tall are you?
So Misty is a whopping 6 foot.
All right. Well, Marcy is 5'7", so she's definitely looking up at you. And she looks up at you, hands on her hips, and she goes, "Hey, so you want to be friends or enemies?"
Oh! You say enemies, you're boxing on the train right now. You're boxing at orientation.
So Misty is looking down at this girl, and this girl is sizing her up and down, and in Misty's head it's just like, what did I do? What did I do? And then so she asks this question, do you want to be friends or enemies? Misty says, I would like to be friends.
Good. For you, that is, she answered. And then she walks away.
Y'all friends now?
I guess we are. Wait, I didn't even get her name. Wait. Miss?
She looks over her shoulder.
I'm Misty. What's your name?
Marcy. And I'm gonna rule this school. And she turns away with a flick of her hair and continues to walk, likely to intimidate and or recruit others.
Cringe!
Cain, are you okay? I just heard a scream from you.
I said cringe.
Cringe.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, Tin is so busy avoiding eye contact that he does not take a moment to realize who is looking upon them. Now, for those of you who are aware that you're being watched, how does your current interaction, your recent interaction, provide you with confidence, or maybe the opposite, in your journey here?
Bentley thinks the people around here are a little weird, but well-meaning. You know, he's a little weird. Kai's a little weird. They're your friend now. You guess you're going the first period with them, or whatever they have you doing here. You're still not really clear why you're having your lanyards and your IDs assigned to you, but maybe it won't be that bad.
For Cain, it's a little bit of like, dang, I must have really stepped on his toes for him to like give me that look. I gotta watch where I'm going. I'm kind of just used to bumping into everyone at home. So I just gotta be on my A game about that. This isn't home. I can't just kind of walk through people like I do at home.
I'm so sorry. I thought I don't know alphabetical order. So after her interaction with Marcy, she's like, "Oh, so I am approachable, and I guess I can make friends here, and I guess enemies too, apparently." So she's gonna do her best to try and make some more friends and not be scared.
Tim continues to kind of just twiddle his thumbs, but he does take a glance up every now and then. He's still nervous about what's going to happen. He's holding his ID card, or I immediately forgot what they're called.
Lanyard.
He's holding his lanyard in his hand, looking at it, still pretty confused. He sees the people he met on the train, so it's giving him still some sort of comfort. He's looking at Cain. He looked at Bentley. He's I kind of forgot the other person, Misty. So he's still pretty nerve-wracking, but the main focus he's kind of dealing with right now, and the reason why he's so hyper-focused on himself, is because he still feels that sense of like he's not himself, but he is himself. He still hasn't quite figured that out yet, so he's really just kind of sitting there thinking to himself, like, what's going on? I feel like that's kind of his main focus, so he's kind of having a hard time keeping track of what's currently going on in the moment, because his mind is so foggy from all of what's going on in his head.
After receiving their badges, the group was ushered into the vast auditorium that looked like it was built to seat hundreds. But only 24 bodies filled the space, all gathered in the front row. It felt both grand and strangely intimate. Two obvious troublemakers, Silas and Luca. The latter, still recovering from his earlier faceplant at the train station, decided to race through the aisles. Predictably, they tripped halfway through and, without missing a beat, pretended that they meant to crawl. Amani, on the other hand, sat in 5 different seats before finally finding the one that felt right. People shifted, fidgeted, whispered. Something about the air felt charged, like the curtain hadn't gone up yet. This was going to be a long year. A strange one, too. As the students settled into their seat, the atmosphere brimming with anticipation, a man stood forward, not quite on the stage, but before it. He had a friendly grin stretching across his face. The room hushes, and all eyes turning to the laid-back, geeky figure before them. He had a warm, rugged charm to him, tousled dark brown hair tied into a relaxed bun, with soft waves escaping from his temples. Welcome to the Solstice Institute. I'm Taz Sobrano, Deputy Headmaster, and someone who still remembers what it feels like to be the new one in the room. I won't hit you with fireworks or float in on a broom. That's not really my style. I will promise you this. You made it this far for a reason, and whatever brought you here, grief, hope, magic, or mystery, it matters. You matter, and I'm glad you're here. A quiet wave of warmth passes through the front row. Some students exchange glances, others straighten in their seats, caught off guard by the sincerity. It isn't flashy, but something in Taz's voice feels steady, safe. For the first time since arriving, a few of them let their shoulders drop, just a little. How does his words make you all feel?
The sense of security that they provide and the fact that there is a guiding voice in this mass of 24 people is assuring. You feel like there's going to be some direction because you had a vague idea of what you were supposed to do, but this is the first time you're being acknowledged. So you're locking in, you're kind of sitting up in your chair. It's like, oh, okay, what's next?
For Cain, he listens to Taz, and it's slowly but surely giving him a comfort until this man says, I did not come in on a broom," and then he immediately goes like, "What the hell does that mean?" And that kind of like ropes him up a little bit for a while, and kind of misses the last half of that of what Taz said.
So, Misty's sitting in this chair. She got her legs crossed. She's like not as anxious as she was at the train station now. And now hearing this man talk, she's like feeling more at ease being here. Like, okay, I can totally do this. I think I can do this. I just gotta listen.
Taz is kind of the first person that Tim really focuses on for more than a few seconds. Because as he's listening, he's kind of realizing that he might be able to figure out what's going on. And he's also really just trying his best to ignore what's going on in his head. So outside noise kind of helps him clear his mind a little more, filling it up with words of other people that are actively speaking to him. Obviously, he's not speaking to him directly, but he's trying to take those words as if he's talking directly to him to help him, kind of get away from what's going on up there.
Some classmates choose to pay attention. Others, like Silas, are whispering their guesses about which of the people in charge might secretly be vampires. Nina is doodling dragons in the corner of their notebook, and Misty is trying her best not to fall asleep with her eyes open. But Taz continues. Today, I have the immense pleasure of introducing someone truly legendary. Someone who has mastered the ancient arts of and can outdork all of us. So without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to the one, the only, supreme spellcaster, Celeste Tepps. Woo, yeah. Woo. Okay.
What?
As awkward applause fills the room, Taz steps back, a twinkle of excitement in his eyes, inviting the students to join him in welcoming the awe-inspiring Supreme Spellcaster. Cain's about to get gone. She is striking, radiant, and unmistakably powerful. Her rich, deep brown skin glows against a voluptuous cascade of white curls that crown her head like a storm in motion. Her ears are adorned in large golden hoops, and her outfit flowers with off-the-shoulder elegance. Dark draped fabric that suggests both grace and gravity. As the supreme spellcaster Celeste ascends to the grand stage, the audience falls into hushed anticipation. Welcome to the Solstice Institute of Mystic Practices. You've made it here, which means you've already seen a few things life doesn't usually prepare you for. And if you haven't, don't worry. Magic will take care of that soon enough. She gives a long pause. Someone coughs.
I wonder who.
They're trying! Leave them alone!
She waves it off with her fingers. This place, it's not all sparkles and clean answers. Around here, the light's never just light. The dark isn't always what you think. You'll learn that. The hard way, or the easy way. Though let's be honest, most of y'all are going to choose the hard way, and her gaze falls on Bentley in particular.
What'd I do? I ain't do nothing yet. Yup. He's sitting still.
But listen close, you're safe here. Tired, confused, grieving, whatever you came in carrying, this place can hold it. We don't ask you to be perfect, we ask you to pay attention. To the world, to yourselves, to the cost of casting spells like you're invincible. She adjusts her utility belt, fixing a plant sprouting from her hip pouch. Orientation starts tomorrow. You'll get sorted into houses, poke around some clubs, and meet the other magical misfits you're now stuck with. Think of it like an awkward family reunion, if the cousins all had curses. Make friends, make enemies, if you must, but keep it interesting. And fair warning, if you light anything on fire, I will make you replant it by hand. A tired smile forms. Welcome to Solstice. Don't get lost out there. And if you do, ask the trees. They usually know the way back. Now, she has a slightly different demeanor than Taz, but how does her words impact you?
Bentley's nervous. Bentley, I just got here and I'm already in trouble. I thought I was doing so well. I made a friend. I sat where I was supposed to. I kept my hands and feet inside the cabin at all times. So, a little twinge of anxiety returns.
Cain is filled with a almost like with an awe. He hears words like magic and houses and classes, and it's like, okay, this to my knowledge and context, like, okay, this is a school and magic exists. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. She says like make friends, make enemies, and his mind goes to Romaine. He's like, I hope that's not an enemy. I don't know because I stepped on his foot or something. And he kind of like wonders what the next year is gonna look like for him.
So, Celeste mentions, getting orientation, so like getting into your house and like probably dorms and stuff. So, Misty is a little excited because she gets to have her own space. And it's been a while. So, but also she said something important, and that was to just make sure to listen and pay attention. And if you get lost, ask the trees. because the trees normally know their way back. How? I don't know. But she seems trustworthy.
Tim feels a little less as a little uneasy compared to when Taz was here, because she's kind of just Celeste kind of just feels like she's throwing us into the deep end, and we gotta just kind of figure it out. So he's a little uneasy, but at the same time, it feels like he's gonna be here a while, so he might as well get used to it. She mentions making friends and enemies. He obviously doesn't want to make enemies, so he's thinking maybe this is the chance to maybe grow a little bit, come outside of his shell. He spent so much time at home that maybe it's time to break free of that.
The students are ushered into another room to select their houses, or rather, to be claimed by them. It's hard to explain, but something stirs within each of them. A subtle pull, like gravity of the soul. They don't choose with logic, they follow instinct. Some might call it spiritual, others fate. Each step towards a house feels less like a decision and more like a homecoming. For Cain, that pull was unmistakable. House Draconia called to the parts of him that craved truth behind silence. Magic in its rawest and most forgotten forms. The house was carved from ancient wisdom, thick with secrets that begged to be unearthed. He didn't need convincing, it already knew him. Those who followed the same path carried that same quiet intensity, the same need to know. Silas, Noel, Ezra, Ava, and Nina joined Cain in House Draconia. So Cain, would you read aloud what the Solstice yearbook says about your chosen house?
Stupid. This is where the fucking nerds are. If you ever corrected a teacher, congrats, you're home. Books or friends, and it shows.
Now tell us a little bit about why Cain decided to choose the house for the fucking nerds.
Like all my DM has mentioned, it's more of an instinct. He reads it as like, I guess I've corrected a teacher, but I don't know, maybe blue's my color. I haven't figured it out yet. And he reads it and he sees the people around him and he's like, some of these people seem fun. And he's just hoping to learn the most from where he's at, and that's probably why he picked Draconia.
The pull to House Viridora was whimsical and wild, like a spell already cast on their hearts. Misty and Bentley exchanged a knowing look and stepped forward almost in sync. Viridora sang to the parts of them that never fit in anywhere else. Their wonder, their weirdness, their spark. The house didn't just accept them, it celebrated them. Every step felt like stepping into a fairy tale written just for them. And those who felt the same were Salem, Quinn, Sarah, Rosalind, and Imani. Misty, why don't you read us what the yearbook says about your new magical home?
Don't mind if I do. It says, Goth rejects with imaginary friends. Smells like dirt and daddy issues. Talks to ghosts. None of them listen.
Now, could you tell us a little bit about why Misty decided to choose the house that smells like dirt and daddy issues?
Misty chose this house. Not only because it smells like dirt and daddy issues, but in hopes of learning more about maybe her inner self.
Tim's pull felt different. More like an itch in the back of his mind that whispered of blueprints and sigils. Circuitry laced with arcane threads. House Magitechra called to his curiosity, his need to understand how things worked and why they could be better. This house didn't offer comfort, it offered challenge. But standing there, the future didn't seem distant. It felt possible, especially with housemates like Roman, Ash, Kai, Riven, and Delilah. So Tim, would you tell us what it says about your house in the yearbook?
Absolutely. Robots in denial. Hot take. Wires aren't a personality. Would date a toaster for beep back.
And now could you share with us why Tim decided to choose the house full of people with wires for personalities?
He chose it obviously not for the people, but because it felt close to home. That's something he always, holds to his heart. Is anything making him feel like he's at home. And so things to do with building stuff, engineering, anything of that sort, he'll always choose over anything else. As well as because at the very least, if he's going to be in this unusual space, he can make it feel like he's as with his dad on the workshop as much as possible.
And then there was House Equinoxia, a house brimming with courage, energy, and kinetic purpose. Its halls echoed with laughter and shouts, its crest a symbol of unity through action. But for our four, it didn't resonate. There was no malice, only misalignment. Equinoxia would go on to shape champions and leaders of strength and team spirit amongst their classmates Jasper, Luca, Zeke, Cambria, and Marcy. Just not the story. Not this time. But, Bentley, be a dear and read what other students have to say about Equinoxia in the yearbook.
Jocks with the IQ of their broomsticks, built for sports, not for thoughts. Yell first, read later, if ever.
And now could you explain why Bentley decided to choose House Viradora over Equinoxia?
So Equinoxia has, in the first moment, an appeal. You feel like it's going to not be as demanding as these more intellectually driven houses. They may ask you to explain certain ideas and thoughts that you're just coming to the conclusion of for emotion. But then when you go to Viradora, there's just so many different types of people under this one banner. You feel like you would slot right in because they're not asking you to box yourself into one specialty. It's like a variety of different people who feel different ways, who think different ways, are all just here because they're passionate about pursuing something that doesn't fit anywhere else.
Now that you all have selected your resting places, you know what? You can go ahead and choose someone in your house that you might want to approach. Whether it's out of curiosity, attraction, or something else is entirely up to you. Starting with Bentley.
Pull the names back up just a second. Bentley is gonna approach Imani. So Bentley goes up to Imani after they go through this self-sorting process, and he's like, "Hey, why'd you pick this house over everything else?"
Well, did we really choose the houses or did they choose us?
Why do you think this house picked you?
I feel like I just have what it takes to be the passionate, empathetic person to really revolutionize what we do here in Viradora.
What do we do here in Viradora?
Uh, and she looks to the left and the right. Well, I'm new here, just like you, so I was kind of hoping to figure that out so that I may revolutionize it.
Oh, no disrespect. You just spoke with so much confidence. I thought like you could teach me something.
And I promise you that in 24 to 48 hours, I will do just that. I'm sure that there are many things that need someone to stand up for them, be it the smallest of bunny rabbits or the smallest of kitty cats without fur. I'll be there, advocating for them.
Well, that's cool. I'll hit you up in 48 hours, and if I find a cat, I'll let you know.
That's all I can ask for.
Oh, I'm Bentley. You are
Imani.
Imani. Nice to meet you.
And a pleasure to meet you. Now, Cain.
Cain walks up to Silas. For the sole reason that he was talking about vampires earlier. And he goes up to Silas and says, heard you were theorizing about who could be a vampire.
Silas is currently looking over the syllabus provided by Draconia, like the standards and guidelines of what the people of this house represent. You can see him kind of like rubbing his face. Like, you come up with a question that's completely off the wall, and he just looks at you, and he goes, "What?"
Just earlier during those people, Taz and Celeste, they were talking. You were whispering about vampires.
Oh, yeah, that was for shits and giggles, he said, standing at a whopping 6'1".
Same size.
Jesus.
I guess that's fair. What's that book say?
I'm going to assume that it talks about the house sanctuary for the intellectually inclined, the seekers of knowledge. I have a feeling that I just signed myself up for hours and hours of studying. That was not my intention.
Yeah, I thought this. I just asked because I thought it might be the best place to learn more about where we are and what's it about. But let's just say that I wasn't getting the best grades at school, so it's a little intimidating.
It's not necessarily the studying that I'm worried about. It's just kind of strange. The more things change, the more they stay the same. It's like going from AP classes to a different realm and signing up for AP classes again.
That's fair. I mean, I can get I bit myself. These fucking teeth. This is canon, by the way. I didn't actually bite myself. This is his teeth. His vampire teeth. They're so sharp.
Silas is going to look at you as you hurt yourself in front of him. And you could see him blink once, twice, and so I'm going to assume that you have fangs.
He has like a finger, like trying to tuck away the fang because it's in the way, like trying to gently push the fang out the way so he can move his tongue back. And he's like, Yeah, it's kind of a bitch.
Well, I can see why they have chose not to cast a glamour upon you. I guess the fangs are a very subtle change. You can still interact with the human world pretty okay. Give or take blood oozing from your mouth from whenever you self-harm. Makes me really curious to know what kind of ailments all of the other classmates have. Given that it's all hidden.
Yeah. You said something about glamour? So what does that mean?
Glamour. Yeah, so as you can imagine, some of the changes that we would undergone could be a little disturbing if you have no idea what is happening, or if you're just an onlooker. So it was challenging for us, but I'm sure it was challenging for the people who had to see us undertake that transformation. So for those of us who had more grotesque appearances, we have been blessed with a glamour to kind of hide our ailments so that we may at least travel to the train station unscathed. I'm not sure if that is going to continue throughout our lessons, but I kinda like the anonymity. What is it? Anonymity? Anonymity?
Anonymity?
Anemone.
Again.
Anonymity? The anonymity of being able to conceal who I've become.
Oh, I think that's the way now. So I take it that you have a glamour on currently.
That I do.
Well, for the sake of being housemates, my name is Cain, and I'm excited to see your true form, I guess.
Tell him to do it right now.
That's kind of intimate,
We
Quinn.
ain't scared. We ain't scared. 'Cause I know he's fine without that glamour.
He said,
Because I did say Silas sound like a fine name, didn't I? I said this. I know I did.
You did.
Oh, what's this?
Wait, are we actually seeing it?
so, Cain, could you repeat what you said?
Well, my name is Cain, and since we're housemates, I'm very excited to see what your true form looks like.
Silas is going to provide Cain with a warm smile and place a sympathetic hand upon his shoulder, and he says, "Look, you seem like a nice guy, but
But I'm not.
I just want to let you know up front that I am straight."
Oh, no, wait, no, not what I meant. Not at all what I meant. True form as in the non-glamour thing you were talking about.
He says I'm straight. Liar.
I'm super, like, I'm pan, but I don't come on that hard. That would be insane.
Oh, my apologies. It's just, I assumed with the whole vampirism and the biting and the true form, vampires tend to be a little more forward from what I've read.
Just became a vampire, man.
Yeah, but I feel like what we've become isn't just random selection. I feel like a part of you, even before the change, just had some elements of vampirism, but at least that's my hypothesis.
Wow.
I think he's doing too much. He is not straight.
Okay, well,
He does not defend himself that hard.
I apologize. I
Saying
apologize.
words and it don't make no sense. Like, what is he talking about?
I apologize for apparently coming on strong. Did not what the intention was. I'm just trying to make some friends.
Yeah, I was just setting a boundary. I was just setting a boundary. We can be friends
Absolutely.
if that's all you intend to be.
Yes, that is all I intend. So let's start over. My name is Cain. Yours?
Silas, and I am happy to be your housemate.
And happy to be straight.
Your straight housemate. The S in Silas stands for straight.
Stupid. Well, Silas, same here. I guess we're gonna get a lot of reading done this year.
Alright, Misty, you're up.
Some stupid shit. Being assumed freaky because I'm a vampire.
Alright, so I would like to talk to Rosalind? Rosalind? Let me make sure. Hold on. What's her name? Yeah.
Rosalind is currently going through a personal notebook, as in to take notes of what she's learning at this little house orientation.
Okay. So, Misty, looks around their new house orientation thing. And she approaches Rosalind and sees her writing in the little notebook. And Misty says, "I like your necklace. I think it's really cute."
She, for a moment, doesn't even notice that you're speaking to her until she gets this heavy feeling that she's being watched as you look on in anticipation for a response. And she glances to you. Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you're the only one with the cool spiky necklace. It looks pretty cool. I like it.
Well, I'm not the only one with the cool necklace. I'm pretty sure Sarah has a pretty nice one.
Scrambling for these names.
Oh yeah, her necklace looks pretty nice too. So what are you writing down?
Just, and she tucks her notebook away, as if it is private of sorts. Just notes. I like how torn your hoodie is. That's so in right now.
So in Misty's mind, she looks down at it and she's like, "Oh my god, I forgot I was wearing his hoodie. Oh man. Oh man." And she gets this little wave of sadness. She's like, thank you. I'm Misty, and what's your name?"
Rosalind, I always thought it was interesting how people would pay more money for clothes that are tattered when, you could just go thrifting, if that makes sense. But I'm sure that top cost you like a fortune.
No, it didn't cost anything. It was
Oh my god. It's priceless. What designer sent it to you?
She think you got on the easy.
yeah.
For thousands.
I actually got this from my ex, and I just decided to keep it. I don't know where they got it from.
And he's not suing you?
Suing me since I have his hoodie.
I know if,
Wait,
if I had loaned anyone close to me, be it a friend or a loved one, something that was priceless, my lawyers would be all over their ass. I'm not going down for losing something that valuable.
I see where you're coming from. I totally get it. But he's not gonna miss this. So
Oh man, he must be influential.
yeah. Well, it's really nice meeting you, Rosalind. Honestly, I can't wait to see you around here more often.
Well, we're going to be housemates, so I look forward to seeing you.
Absolutely. I'll see you around.
Alright, 10. Who from your house has caught your eye and you would like to start branching out, networking, and building bridges?
Tim still kind of just sits there looking around the room. He's pretty nervous, but he did catch the eye of somebody earlier that he saw talking to Cain. He felt a little more comfortable approaching this person, seeing as he talked to somebody that he personally talked to before, and that was Romaine. He doesn't know what's going on. He couldn't really hear them, but them two were talking, so maybe maybe they're friends, maybe they know each other, or at the very least, maybe they can start a little trio of friends so that he doesn't feel too alone. That's two people right there that he could befriend and not feel like a downer. So he approaches Romaine, tries to introduce himself. Obviously, doesn't know his name, so he walks up and says, "Hey, I didn't catch your name, but I did see you talking to I think Cain, was it, earlier? And so I was wondering if you two were maybe friends."
Romaine's just logging all of his notes for House Magitecker on his Apple Watch. He's just
Money flex, okay?
he's calibrating it, or so to speak. And he sees Tim approach him, and he says, "I was not talking to Cain. I was glaring at him."
I have terrible memory. That's good. It's perfect for this. Oh, I'm sorry. I was a little, I wasn't all there. Still kind of getting used to this stuff. But do you maybe know him? Because I was hoping maybe you had like a connection to him, so maybe we could all kind of figure out what's going on here. I'm still kind of, I guess, confused, and I'd like to learn more. And I think maybe having a couple people that are in the same boat as me will help me with that.
Cain Meliquire is no friend of mine, and I have no intentions of befriending him anytime soon. That being said, you and I are of the same household, so I don't see any reason why we cannot network with one another. He said in 5'10". Mentioning the height is important. He's 5'10".
What is wrong with this boy?
If I may step in real quick, is there like a reason for that? Don't really know Cain too much, but he didn't seem like too terrible of a guy, and he was one of the first people I did meet here, so I didn't want to kill the vibe when talking to him, and he didn't really give off much of a negative thing. Kind of seems like maybe there is, and I'm not noticing it. So, is there like a way you can fill me in, or?
Let's just say that I knew Cain before we all happened to end up here. And while I will not be spreading any rumors, I am quite firm in my decision to keep my distance from him.
Okay. Well, I guess since we're in the same house, I might as well, not choosing favorites here, but I don't really have a sense of direction here, and considering I again, don't really know him all that much anyways. I guess I'll take your word for it. So, yeah, friends, I guess. And Tim reaches out his hand to give a firm shake because he doesn't really know what else to do. He's still pretty nervous about the whole thing.
Romaine observes how Tim is shaking out of his skin. He sizes him slowly before his eyes settle upon Tim's hand. And he says, I suppose that we will make a temporary alliance. Before taking Tim's hand and providing it with a subtle shake.
You what?
All right. Well, temporary alliance or not, I think this is pretty cool. Thank you for this, I guess, this opportunity. I appreciate it. Question. Just in case, because I don't really know how this school is going to work, but I feel like at some point I might run into him again. Do you recommend me avoiding him, or is there a way maybe I can communicate to see maybe what's going on?
My recommendation would be to avoid him. But what you do is your business. Should you find yourself trapped in the cage that is Cain, I would recommend going down kicking and screaming.
What the hell? Oh my god!
Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Like I said, I don't really know him too much anyways, so I don't really plan to go up to him anytime soon. But just in case it happens at some point, I'll hold that thought. So thank you for your advice. I appreciate it.
The pleasure is all yours.
This fucking guy.
That's crazy as fuck. Wow.
We can be Vayner, guys. He woke up every day and picked to be a hater. It's in every molecule of his body. He is a role model.
What's his name again? Roman?
Romaine.
Of course it's Romaine.
Teleport.
Fuck this guy. Of course. He sound like a Romaine. Roland, whatever his name wants to be, bruh. Oh my god.
Now, while you all find it within your heart, oh my god, there's tears in my eyes. While you guys find it within your heart,
It's Cindy struggling to speak when I posted the fuck did I do, Kev? She decided to take a moment. The fuck did I do?
Okay. Okay, I'm here again. God.
It's the laugh that doesn't stop. It's just a part of your breathing pattern.
So, as you all explore out of curiosity, attraction, or something else entirely, you notice that there are certain people who have a few things to say about you.
Lord have mercy. What? No.
This is crazy. This is fucking
No,
silly.
no, I got tears in my eyes, bro, because I don't want to do this.
As Bentley is collecting his honorary, housewarming packet for Viradora, Delilah skips past him without really stopping, her lips curled in a smirk. Viradora, huh? Figures. You've got that soft, write poems about the moonlight and ghosts your exes look. Classic fuckboy energy. Should have gone full Magitetra and built yourself a personality. She doesn't wait for a reply. just keeps walking, curls bouncing like punctuation.
Nah. Have we ever met? Who? Okay.
Cain has the privilege of hearing from someone, especially from his house. Noel lingers just close enough to be heard, tilting their head as they eye Cain's badge. Draconia, huh? Thought they only took the ancient and wise. You don't exactly look like either. Their tone isn't outright cruel, but it carries weight, like someone who's already passed judgment upon him. It should be noted that Noel stands at a height of
These niggas are level 1, bro.
5'7".
He's so small! He's so small!
Dad!
So lucky I'm not playing guys.
So you can lightning bolt, bro.
Beat his ass.
I mean, what's stopping you from beating his ass? Y'all are both the same level.
That's not.
We literally just got to school.
So?
Not Cain.
No!
Not Cain's character.
Let's start a riot.
Not yet.
A riot.
Shut up,
Let's start a riot.
So how does Cain respond to being basically outwardly told that he does not seem ancient and wise?
He goes, I may not be wise, but I'm a fast learner, so I should do just fine.
Noel nods their head, seeing that that is an acceptable answer, and continues to gather their housewarming package. Now, Misty is
Oh my
approached
God.
by her dear best friend Marcy.
Who?
Marcy slides up beside Misty with a grin that's more edge than warmth. Aww, that's cute. Big girl like you, ending up in Viradoria. Thought you'd be Equinoxia, breaking machines with your bare hands. She chuckles. But nah, this fits. Viradora works for me. No need to fight for the top spot when it's obvious who's there.
No, I'm sorry. Repeat that last part. What?
No need to fight for the top spot when it's already obvious who's there.
Oh. I mean, the top spot is all yours.
Yeah, and you're gonna help
Got
me
that.
assure that.
What?
You've been recruited as a goon.
Yeah. I could use a little muscle.
Okay, hold on. You think that I could help you obtain the top spot?
Yes.
Is it because I'm tall?
It has everything to do with the fact that you're a big girl. Now, seeing that you're in House Viradora, you're probably more bark than bite, but you look intimidating enough, so I'll work with it.
Misty kind of like rubs the back of her head and she's like, damn. This is my life. This is how my life's gonna start out, helping this girl achieve top shit. So Misty's gonna lightly agree. Okay, I'll totally help you become number one. When maybe next time we meet, we can like, I don't know, like hang out, talk.
Let's complete our orientation, and I'll tell you exactly what I need of you. After all, what are friends for?
Right.
Sure.
Right. Friends. See you around, Marcy.
Oh, now, Tim.
Oh, okay, I didn't want to interrupt you. This girl! Bitch! I'ma be her bitch!
She basically
She claimed me.
she recruited you so you weren't an enemy.
Fair.
She said, "Hey, I don't want to take you to fight right now. Work with me."
Honestly, I'd probably sit on her face, bro. She not getting up. Well, actually, she's from Equinoxia, so she probably has strength. She'd flip me.
Marcy
She deadass would flip me.
stands at a whopping
5'8".
5'7".
4'11". Fucking tiny ass people acting like they tough. Anyways.
Now Tim is approached by none other than Salem, who has a soft smile and a half-finished mechanical ring on their finger. Magitectra suits you. You've got that good with your hands vibe. What do you build? Golems, gadgets, trouble? They say casually, but their eyes don't leave Tim's, watching every reaction like it might unlock a secret.
I don't necessarily build per se. I make the materials for people to build, I guess is the best way I can put that. Me and my dad, we grew up, or at least I grew up on land with my dad, and we usually we go mining and stuff like that. We own our own refining business and stuff. So, but I do enjoy the craft of engineering with all the machines we have there. So I guess there's that.
Nice. I'm really looking forward to whatever boundaries we can break here. I've always been super good with my hands, but I want to see how far I can go when the boundaries we thought existed are no longer constraining us.
I think that's the fun of engineering. You always trying to take the next step. At the end of the day, nothing is perfect. You can always make things better. So I like that mindset.
Great. I look forward to working in the... I guess they give us like a lab or something? I look forward to seeing you in a lab.
Not my usual place of work, but I guess it'll have to do. So yeah, I'm just as excited as well.
Like a workshop? Maybe what, like a garage?
I usually, a lot of the time, I work outside. I don't get too hands on with the machines. I let the professionals do that.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully we share some classes together.
Yeah, well, hopefully, it was nice meeting you. What's your name again? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Salem.
Oh, okay. And just in case, I'm Tim.
Good to meet you, Tim. Hopefully see you again.
Alrighty.